There were blank stares, there were 2 children crying, many of them were logging out, looking so confused, and it was all my fault. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time seeing my face, please make sure it is not the last by clicking that little red subscription button and the bell down below to be updated for each and every future video. If you've been around here for a while, we like to share our accolades, things we're doing well, things we're learning, and things that we completely mess up and ruin, and it's no one else's fault but ours. Yes, that title you see down below is correct. I did teach the wrong Outschool class. Yes. Guilty as charged, and today I want to tell you guys the story, what happened, and how I saved my butt. Reviews could have been so bad for this, you guys. Whew. But of course, this Outschool video is brought to you guys by my Outschool course creation guide. For any new teacher looking to set their very first classes on the Outschool platform, this guide will show you different ways to brainstorm and bring your passions to the students trying to learn online. Information and ways to sign up are listed down below in the description box. You just enter your email into the mailing list and my guide will be sent to your email. And of course, everything I use in both my brick and mortar classroom and my online classroom is listed down below in the description box as well. None of which are sponsored. They're just honestly what I am using and loving each and every day. And at the time you are all seeing this, I am teaching in person, face-to-face, 5 days a week through COVID-19. Some days we're teaching through a worldwide pandemic, and other days we are teaching the wrong class on Outschool. Like, just saying this out loud feels so weird, but I wanted to share it. It's something that I did. I made this mistake early July. It was within the first 4 to 5 weeks of teaching on the platform. I had set my very first solid schedule. I was teaching Monday to Thursday. I believe my times were Monday and Wednesday were like 9 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and then Tuesday, Thursday were heavier days. I would do like 9 to 11 and then like 1 to 3 or 4. The day this happened, I had traveled from Columbus, Ohio to St. Louis, Missouri. For anybody asking or curious, this was pre-accident. I remember I was in St. Louis. I was using my sister and brother-in-law's office. They're both in med school, so they were going to their labs and checking on various things. Also, fun side note, my sister was, and I believe still is, studying COVID-19 because that's what WashU is focusing on right now, which we need. Anyway, I had set it. It was a Tuesday afternoon. I had my final 4 classes. They were between like 1 and 4 p.m. Central. Again, this is like a time zone issue. You'll see what happens in just a second. So I had it all set up. The piano was in the corner. The desk was here. So whatever class I was teaching, I could easily move my laptop, my headphones, and my little ring light. It's my favorite thing with Outschool. If you guys need a ring light, it's listed down below. It's like 15 or so bucks. It clips onto your laptop. It is a godsend. Highly, highly recommend it. My watch thinks I'm walking. Great. I think you guys get it. I was set to go. I was feeling good. It was like my first 5 weeks here on Outschool. Classes were going well, and 2 of those 4 classes were sold out. So the class I was going to teach should have been a trivia class. I think the amount of kids on it, there were 8 kids in that class, and then following that class should have been a piano for beginners class, which had 10 learners in it. So 8 kids and then 10 kids. I got it switched around. I had typically done piano first and finished with trivia, thinking like, let's have games at the end of the day. But on this specific day, it was going to go trivia first, then piano second. Or so I thought. Imagine being an 8-year-old learner at home on Outschool. You're logging into your computer, you're getting ready to take the trivia class. It's fun, it's exciting. You log in, you see the teacher. She's sitting at a piano getting ready to talk to you about the keys and the scales for beginner piano. I can only imagine what these kids were thinking. I was very animated and excited. Beginner piano is one of my favorite classes to teach because it is getting the kids excited about an instrument. I showed them that I could teach all 88 keys in under 3 minutes. It's like my shtick to get them excited. But none of these kids were looking excited. They were like muted and talking to their mom or looking down. I'm sure they were checking schedules. It took me, honestly, I was probably the last to know, clearly because they all knew what class they should be in, and I was teaching a whole different class. But started the class, played some piano, asked if anybody else had played the piano before. Some kids, bless their hearts, they were answering my questions. They were probably like, well, I maybe had it wrong. Maybe I was meant to take a piano class. Bless their hearts. Finally, like 4 or 5 minutes in, this cute little girl, she raises her hand on Zoom, so I click her name. I say, Anna, yes, you have a question? She goes, Miss Kristen, my schedule says this should be trivia class. Is my schedule wrong? I look down and I see that she is 100% correct. I stop the class and I look at them and I'm honest with them. I don't lie. I don't say, oh, your schedule was wrong. I go, learners, I will be completely honest with you. I got my schedule confused. So just give me 30 seconds. I'm picking up the laptop and talking to them. We're gonna reassess. If this class goes over, that's completely fine. We're gonna do our trivia. And if you guys have any questions or if parents wanna write to me, that is completely fine. I reset everything. I got trivia set. We only went over 2 or 3 minutes. I made sure they each got to speak, share their feedback, answer any Q&A, the way I typically like to greet and say goodbye to my students. At the end of the class, well, technically not at the end of the class, I went and taught piano at its correct time, and then it hit me. I am going to get reamed in the reviews. I mean, parents probably heard their kids saying, this is the wrong class. What is she doing? Is Zoom wrong? And I did get a lot of parents writing to me, but they kept thinking, Kristen, did I see one of your flex classes? Because I saw you teaching piano, and then later I saw you doing the trivia. I wrote every single parent and I explained what happened. I explained that I was traveling, but I also said, this is no one else's fault but my own. If you would like your student to be moved to another section of that class and do the whole thing over again, I do not mind transferring them to another course. Even though we finished everything in that class, this was in a way damage control, for lack of a better term. This was my mistake. No, I can't blame it on Zoom. I can't blame it on internet. I can't blame it on glitches. I can't blame it on sound. I taught the wrong class. Were we able to teach the right class and only go over a few minutes? Yes. Did I still present the product they expected? Yes. But if you go to a restaurant and something's wrong, a good manager will right the wrong. So, even though we taught what they came for, I wanted to right the wrong. So I offered these kids and their parents the chance to retake the course, essentially get to do it all over again. I got such nice feedback. I'll be completely honest, I got no bad feedback from something that could have been catastrophic to reviews. So if you are new on Outschool or any other teaching platform, please double, triple, quadruple check your schedule, especially if you teach back-to-back classes. If you saw this video, which was what I learned my Outschool wake-up call, this event is where that video stemmed from because it was a wake-up call. I already had 2 years of online teaching under my belt. I was feeling so good, couldn't mess this up. Boom, you taught the wrong class and those kids were out. Had I just checked my schedule, handwritten it, a lot of times I like to handwrite it because I can't change it or delete it or lose it that way. Well, I guess you can lose it, but it's fine. Had I just checked the schedule one extra time, maybe I would have caught this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was very embarrassed, very big hit to the ego, and then it just hit me. You're never gonna be perfect, Kristen. You're going to make those mistakes, but it's how you right the wrong that really shows your true colors, in my opinion. In my opinion, I don't think anybody is perfect in any way. Everybody makes mistakes, but it is how they fix those mistakes and right the wrongs. To me, that is the biggest show of character. Without getting into a lot of online politics, I remember a few teachers that had issues from their past come about, and everybody was just reaming them left and right and slandering names, and it was awful. I really hated it. But again, in my opinion, no one is perfect. I don't believe any of those people who slandered the names of fellow teachers had perfect records, because I don't think that exists. And a lot of times I would get people writing to me asking why I wasn't posting my opinions on that. But the way I saw it, it wasn't my video or my content to make. It was their mistake. It's their choice if they want to own it and essentially show their true colors and how they're moving forward. Anyway, long story short, don't teach the wrong class. Double, triple check everything. And if you mess up, like I did, just reach out to the parents. Parents want the best for their kids, and if they see you going above and beyond, admitting what happened and sharing that you also want what's best for them, more times than not, they will go and support you. They will agree with what you're saying. 3 or 4 of those kids in that mishap class have taken other classes with me, 2 of which enrolled in piano. They were like, oh yeah, I'm on this Zoom call. She talked about piano. I want to go see what that class is about. And they've learned piano. So In essence, that is my story of how I taught the wrong class on Outschool. Anyway, if you like this video, let me know by giving it a huge thumbs up and let me know what mistakes you have made down below in the comments. The best comment or the one that makes me laugh or is the most interesting, I will pin to the top. So if you want a chance to be pinned at the top of my comment section, let me know your biggest teaching mishap down below. Other than that, you guys, I hope you're having a safe and healthy start to fall. Unless something changes at this point in time when you see this video, I am teaching 5 days face-to-face to kids in the middle of this pandemic. If you are also doing the same, if you are also teaching face-to-face, let me know what content you would find helpful, encouraging, inspirational, motivational, whatever it is. I want to hear about it down below. Other than that, you guys stay safe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.